Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the formulas in MS Excel. We know that Microsoft Excel helps to calculate many type of calculations in an Excel sheet. Even we can automate the functioning of a office. Let us know what is a formula first of all. In Microsoft Excel, a formula is an expression that operates on values in the range of cells. We know that cell is the intersection of rows and column, and a cell consists of a data such as a numerical data, a text data, or any other type of data. These formulas return a result even when it is an error. Excel formulas enable you to perform calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So here you can do any type of calculation, not only arithmetical but also many other statistical and scientific and logical calculations. In addition to these, you can also find out averages and calculate the percentages in Excel for a range of cells, manipulate date and time, and do a lot more. And now let us see what are the steps to do our calculation in an MS Excel sheet. Now for the first step is choose a cell, and then to enter an equal sign, click the cell and type equal to. So click on place the mouse on any of the cell and then click, okay, and then you first type the equal to symbol, because always the formula start with the equal to symbol, and then enter the address of a cell in the selected cell or select a cell from the list. So here we are going to add or do any operation based upon the cell content. So we have to give the address of the cell. We know that address of the cell is the row and the column where the cell is intersected. You need to enter an operator. So we have to do the operator, maybe a sum or average, a count or random, absolute. So many operations are there. We have to first type the operator, and then you have to enter the address of the next cell in the selected cell. Then you have to find out the address of the next cell where you want to get the answer. Okay, so you have to find the address of enter the address of the next cell in the selected cell. That means there we will get the result of the particular cells we are choosing, and then press enter. So automatically the answer will be given in the place where you have pressed the enter. Now let us see the mathematical formulas in Excel. Mathematical formulas in Excel are used to perform various arithmetic operations like sum, average, count, max, min, etc. Let us see with a few examples. Here are the usually used mathematical functions. First is the sum. We know that sum helps to find out the total of the values. So here sum of cell address colon cell address. This means the sum will be found out from one cell to a range of cells. For example, a column C consists of the number of the or a mark of a student. For 50 students, the cell C consists of all the marks of all the students. To add up all the values, we are using this cell address, from address to address. From which cell to which cell you are going to sum up. Okay. Next is this is the example. A sum of C1 colon C3 means from the value of the content C1 of the cell C1 to C3 will be added. Here the example is given as 15. And then otherwise also we can use sum of 4, 5, 6. It is directly giving the values. So 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. So either we can use the sum function as a immediate values like given in the next example like 4, 5, 6, or the content of the cell C1, C2, C3. So next is the average function. This average find out the number of the first sum of the values from address to address, and then divide by the number of cells. So the example given is average of C1 to C3 is equal to 15. That means the value of the content C of the cell C1, C2, C3 is added and divided by 3. So the answer is 15. Otherwise also we can just give it is average of 4, 5, 6 is equal to 15. It's actually 5 because 15 by 3 we have to put. Okay, some error is there. So it is 15 by 3 is equal to 5 will be the answer. The average of 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15 by 3 is equal to 5. Okay. So likewise we can get the absolute. This absolute function helps to find out the absolute value of a given number. That means whether we give a positive number or negative number, we get only the positive answer. So here example, absolute of minus 25 is 25, absolute of 20 is 20. So the sign will be removed using the absolute function. So next is the function which is the count function. So the count function count the number of non-empty cells. The cells contain values or may not contain values. Suppose if you want to count the number of cells which are non-empty, so for that we can use the count function. Here the example given is count is equal to count of C2 colon C11, means the number of cells from C2 to C11, the cells will be counted which are non-empty. Suppose in between some cells are empty, that will not be considered. Okay, so that is the result of this count function. And next is the round function. Rounds or it just round up the values of the given cell into 2 digits or 3 digits as we specify. So here for example given is a total of the value given is 43.9494 is given. So now the function is given as equal to the round of number comma number of digits. So now which number you are going to round up to how many digits? Here it is given for 2 digits. So 43.9494 is converted into rounded up for 2 digits. So the answer is 43.95. Okay, this is how the round function helps. Next is the rand function. This is the random number generation function. This number gives different types of random numbers in many different way. In this simple example, this rand of empties, this will give the function which returns a random number that is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1, means between 0 and 1. Okay, so this number will give the answer between 0 to 1, any floating point values with a decimal point. Now we can see I have just given equal to random in a cell and then press entered. Now the answer I got is 0.764624. Now again sometime you put the same function, you will get some other random number, because it is, as it names, it is a random. It will keep on creating new numbers when you apply this random function whenever you apply on a cell. Okay, and now this is the syntax rand. Okay, and now next is the logical function. We know that logically we have basically four functions, logical functions, basically 3 only: and, or, and not, and XOR is the additional function. First let us see what is the AND function. This AND function returns if all of the arguments are equal to true. Example given is equal to and within bracket A2 greater than 10 or equal to 10 comma B2 less than 5, means if the content of the cell A2 is greater than or equal to 10 and if the content of the cell B2 is less than 5, it gives the value as true. Okay, this is mainly used in decision making process. Like when you are using the grade of a student, we are creating a grade of the student, we can just use this mark is greater than or equal to 40 and less than equal to 100, now it is pass. Like that we can assign grades using this AND function. Also we are using the next function called OR function. This OR function gives either of the value is true. Now for example given is equal to OR of A2 greater than equal to 10 or less than B2 less than 5, means either A2 greater than equal to 10 or B2 less than 5. If any of the condition is true, the answer will be true. That is the OR function. And then XOR function returns a logical exclusive OR of all the arguments equal to XOR of A2 greater than 10 comma B2 less than 5, means suppose if the first value is true and the second value is false, now XOR will give true as the answer. That means exclusively if both are different, then this XOR will give the answer as 1. If both are true, okay, or if both are false, XOR will not return the true value, it returns the false value. Okay, so that is the function of the XOR, exclusive OR. Then last is the NOT function. This NOT function is the complement function. This returns the value true or false based upon the condition is true or not. So the example is equal to NOT of A2 greater than 10. For suppose in the cell we are giving the value of A2 as 15. Okay, so now checking as A2 is greater than equal to 10 means yes, it is greater than 10. 15 is greater than 10. Now the answer will be true. But what is not of true? Not of true is false. So this will return the value as false. Suppose if A2 is 15 Okay, for example, assume if the value of a2 is 15 and this condition is checked, a2 greater than or equal to 10 means yes, it is true, but not of true is what? False. It will give the answer as false. So likewise, these and, or, XOR and NOT operations help us in the decision making process using the formulas. So these are all the logical functions used in MS Excel. So that's all about the mathematical and the logical functions in Excel. Let us see in the next video about the other functions of Excel. Hope it is easy to follow, and thanks for watching.